Oh, baby, we got some interesting news about Halo that was just dropped today that I have to talk about on the channel here. We're talking about things like how Halo's next game is going to have a Fortnite-like experience and how generative AI has been woven into every aspect of the development of the next Halo game. Of course, hearing that, I'm just like, oh no, don't do this to me. Please, Microsoft, like, come on, we had a good thing going. I mean, look at this. This looks amazing. Why don't ruin my hype, man. Come on, we're so excited for this reveal. This information comes from Rebs Gaming, a very credible insider for all the Halo little goodies right here. So make sure you guys give him a follow. We're gonna talk about it here on the channel about his findings and what it means and what it actually could be for Halo moving forward. So if you guys like these videos, like, subscribe is always appreciated. Let's get right into those details. Okay, so the first thing we gotta talk about, guys, is the Fortnite-like component to the next Halo multiplayer experience, which we've talked about previously on the channel. We'll dive into that in the video here, saying that Halo Studios working on a separate multiplayer Halo game. Leaker, which is Rebs Gaming, says is a long-term live service project, but then in quotes, like Fortnite, which makes you just cringe just at the thought of this. Which, of course, once you hear Fortnite-like experience in Halo, you're like, okay, it's cooked, we're over, it's done, game over, guys. All hope is gone. Not necessarily, because what is talked about in this article and what Rebs actually brings up, I think the analogy for Fortnite isn't really the most accurate one, because this Fortnite-like experience is built off of the ashes of Project Tatanka, which was the, I wouldn't say fail, but just never got a chance to really get off the ground battle royale that was supposed to come for Halo Infinite. We've talked about this previously on the channel from Rebs Gaming Report right here. Talk about how the project has been handed off to Search and Infinity. They've been working on it for quite some time, and it's going to be using Unreal Engine 5, just like the regular games are going to be using moving forward. But that's really about it. We haven't really gotten too much in the way of details of exactly what this gameplay experience is going to be like, but we kind of can have an idea. If it's built off of Tatanka, which was the Battle Royale mode, we can assume it's going to be a large-scale mode with a lot of players, probably like 50 to 100 players likely for the mode, large scale map that they're going to probably repurpose in some kind of way. Everything I've heard about it, roughly, I haven't heard like direct information, but all the leaks and rumors going around about it is that it's not exactly a battle royale, not exactly extraction shooter. It's kind of its own thing, but a large scale experience, which I am all for that. But I'm sure you're also wondering, like, okay, well, how does this all tie into Fortnite? Saying that this Project Ekur is one of those projects is a completely separate multiplayer Halo game described as a long-term live service game like Fortnite. And that the live service component is like Fortnite, no mention if it's being a battle royale or other kind of specifics. But the thing is that, so this developer, which is Rebs Gaming's source, which, I mean, he's pretty accurate with the stuff, said that this experience is, the live service component is like Fortnite, which doesn't mean it's going to be like Fortnite, if anything. If anything, it's like we already kind of have Fortnite right now with Halo Infinite, right? If it's just the live service component, that means there's going to be a battle pass, there's going to be microtransactions with skins and probably buying in-game currency. So it's just going to be kind of like your typical live service model that Fortnite basically perfected and every major publisher out there has tried to copy moving forward for the last few years or so. So I don't think this necessarily means that this is going to be like Fortnite but Halo. I think the mention is just going to be like the live service component, which if that's true, then what we're playing right now in Halo Infinite is like Fortnite, right? Where you have a battle pass, you have microtransactions with skins, and you can buy in-game currency. There's some extra kind of bits of events and things like the basic live service model. I think they're just referencing Fortnite because maybe the person who talked about it might not be enjoying what Halo is doing right now when it comes to developing the next game, which apparently is going to be heavily relying on AI, which you got to roll your eye on these kind of things. But it's kind of inevitable given that it's Microsoft, because just this year it was revealed by Microsoft saying that AI is no longer optional at Microsoft and is going to be adopted across the entire company, which is a little concerning, right? Because AI, even though it has been making leaps and bounds, it seems like every 6 months something your jaw drops, you go, oh God, we're so cooked as a society when AI keeps improving the way it has been. Because, you know, Big Papi Satya, once he makes an $80 billion investment in AI data centers for Microsoft, he's gonna be like, we're gonna be using this dang thing. You want to know how they're powering this whole thing? With 3 Mile Island, which was nearly America's Chernobyl, they reactivated this nuclear power plant just to power their AI data centers. It's insane that it needs that much power, but this is a big issue that's going to be much later on, different type of topic, different type of video. But to round it back to Halo, his source says that Halo Studios has generative AI woven into every aspect of its future game development, from core workflows to world building and enemy AI. Now, the AI buzzword is definitely something that throws up red flags, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's all doom and gloom when it comes to development. AI can be a very useful tool to kind of just get the groundwork going, just get you up and running, and then you use a human to fine tune things. That's kind of where we're at right now, generally with the usage of AI. I have no idea how it implements it with the game development side of things, but from my own personal experience and my work, that I use like AI all the time to kind of just get like a framework, get an ideas, and just like we can build on top of this. So if you're trying to do like some mechanics, and if it actually just saves time rather than manually typing out all the code, then that could be useful. But also if you just strictly rely on AI to do the work for you, that's where problems happen. And I think we kind of saw this recently arise in the Halo's development, because this news comes right off at the heels of a major hit that came to Halo's development, of Halo's art director leaving after 17 years with a cryptic message suggesting was on bad terms. Detailing in this LinkedIn post, there is little more I can say for the moment, though I intend to share this particular story in its entirety when it is absolutely safe to do so next year. I know the state of the industry seems dire, but never forget that you are free to choose. No illusion of security, nor promise of wealth or fame or power is worth trading away your health, your dignity, your ethics, or values. I mean, no one really posts that kind of stuff on LinkedIn if it wasn't a good reason why you left. And with this new directive of utilizing generative AI throughout the entire development of the game, especially I can see as an art director, if you rely on AI to do art for you in a way, or rely on it too heavily, I can see why he would want to leave. Because Halo Studios is not the only one that's doing generative AI. In fact, there's another major one out there. When I hear the story, I just can't help but think of this picture right here with the 6-finger Santa Claus that was caught basically using AI to make slop art for people to buy in the game. I can imagine Microsoft maybe adopting some of those tactics. I mean, you don't become a nearly $4 trillion valued business if you're not taking advantage of everything that's possibly out there. Either way, we're going to find out very soon when it comes to what the next Halo experiences are going to be, as it's going to be revealed here on Friday, October 24th, here at 1 p.m. West Coast Pacific Standard Time. We'll get a chance to see what the next experience for Halo is going to be. And also, we'll be doing a deep dive at 2 p.m. about the exact project, which I will be at this event. So I'll be there front and center, guys, getting all the details for you guys on the ground. We'll maybe be making some awesome videos about this content as well. So I'm super excited about this. If you guys are going to be at Seattle Worlds, please let me know in the chat, leave in the comments down below. I definitely want to hit you guys up and see if I can get some pictures or whatever, just hang out, or, do some Halo stuff, man. That's one of the great things about these in-person events. But this is going to be a massive step forward for the Halo franchise as a whole. What's the next experience going to be? What's the vision moving forward, right? I mean, all signs, leaks, and rumors point towards a Halo Combat Evolved remake, but we just need to wait and see what it's going to be. I mean, Phil Spencer did the biggest wink and a nod possible when it came to talking about this at the showcase for Xbox, saying that our friend that's been there from the beginning is returning. I mean, like, what other game could that possibly be? But thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate it. All likes, subscribes, and hypes are greatly appreciated. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.